What's going on, guys? Bio here, back with some new genetic gladiators. So let's get into this today. We're going to be checking out Verne's world. We're going to be continuing where we left off. We did get up to round 20. We're hoping to get to at least round 40, or however fast we can get through it. Like if I'm really pushing it, I can get through quite a bit of levels. The first 100 really doesn't matter too much, but after that, of course, we'll just go with those three. And then I think I'm going to use the tags just because we're going to be doing some PvP and I don't want to continue using the same tags. Well, we're probably going to use the same tags anyway, but I'm going to be hopefully recording quite a bit of PvP. So if you guys are looking forward to that, hopefully you guys do enjoy that. But we're trying to get as far as possible. I don't know how many of these I want to get out in terms of the raid. Like I said, the first 100 don't really matter too much just because they're pretty simple. And I mean, they are pretty strong, of course. As you go up, they're continuing to grow in level. But you should be, if you're getting through at least the experiment plus the other PvE one, you should be perfectly fine getting through most of the levels. Through at least the first 100, and then after I think maybe 100 and something, it does start to get harder slowly as you climb up. But I don't know what point it would be for lower level players where they start getting stuck. Although you have a ton of time to actually get through it, which gives you a ton of time to use tags that will help you one-shot stuff. However, once you use a tag, that's pretty much it. Here, I'll show you right now. You can't use it again. So normally, like the division, stuff like that, you can actually spend gold to use the tag again. But yeah, in this, and pretty much all PvE and stuff like that, you can't reuse tags, unfortunately. You used to be able to just spend gold and do it, but well, they didn't really have the raid or the experiment. But in the regular PvP and stuff, I think it's mainly for the division and stuff like that, where you can just burn through gold to get through it. But in this, it's pretty much a one use, and that's pretty much it. So unfortunately, you pretty much have one shot with the tag. So of course, if you one shot, and then there's a few options for lower level players to get through it. It just depends on the characters you have. One of the options you have to do is use your speedsters for a little while, and then once that stops working, you can also start to one-shot characters with your tags. So say it's like this, and then you one-shot one of them, and then you would have one left. And then another thing you could actually do is use your characters with, what ability is it? Curse. So that way you can just decrease their attack. And let's say you have 3 characters that all do that, pretty much you're going to be getting hit for little damage. It only works up to a certain point, and it depends on how strong your characters are to begin with, but you can make it through pretty far with just doing that. So normally characters with curse are like the mythics, but it just depends on what characters you have, because there's some other ones that in this that you can use that aren't mythic that are perfectly fine. But there's some like characters with tri-attacks and stuff like that. You just gotta find the ones you want to use. Like Orion's pretty good because he's glass cannon, although I think his thing is not. It just depends. Like these guys are a little bit faster, but if you're looking for like speedsters, you got Wind Force. This one's a good one because it has the tri-attack as well as speed. But like I said, it only depends upon what you guys have. Like if you don't have him, here we'll actually use him. If you don't have him, then it's going to be a little bit harder. And then they recently had the speed orbs for sale. So if you guys bought those, I was going to buy them, but they're 1,200. They're really expensive. And I know we're probably going to get some more stuff. So as you can see, he has the tri-attack, and then he has the ability, and then the other one's the same thing. It's just without the tri-attack. So, and then you would just use your tag. Let's say this guy is the problem you're having, and then you would just pretty much use your tag and one-shot him. And then, of course, this guy would decrease the attack of the other two. And then you would have, you could use 3 of those if you wanted to, or you could use 2 different other ones. We have, I was gonna say Wind Force. We have Orion, which he is also glass cannon, but he's paper thin in terms of HP. So just watch out. Oh, I attacked the wrong one. You just watch out for getting hit back with characters if you're going to be using Orion, because he's not as strong. So, or he's not as, like, he's really strong, he's just not as strong in terms of the HP. So he can pretty much get destroyed pretty quick. And then if you are going to be using the cursed ability as a way to get through it, it's good to have higher level character, or not higher level, but higher speed characters. So like Nightmare, like Bronca, as you've seen, has like 5 speed. I don't think I have a speed worry about him, but he's pretty slow, so he might get attacked and stuff like that and die. So it's better to use the speedster ones, or people who are like a little bit higher, of like 10 speed, stuff like that. So that's pretty much how you're gonna get through. So that'll help you get through a little bit more if you guys are having problems. If not, then just use characters. Zeus is back, which is a really good character currently. That is just a gold star character that hits like a crazy amount, although his HP is questionable. But you can use some pretty good orbs on him, and he's way better than he should be, even though he's a gold ranked character. Honestly, I just need to switch him to a platinum, or just take the star away from him, because like he's insanely good for whatever reason. Yeah, that is an interesting character to get, and you can pretty much get him right now. I don't know how long that thing's gonna be the reactor for, but he is a reactor character that you can actually pull. So if you have him, pretty good time to use him, especially during the raid. And like I said, you have a ton of time for the raid. So if you're having problems with the raid, or maybe your level's a little bit too low, or I don't know, there's a ton of stuff that could be going on because you're not getting through it. But just make sure you get pretty good tags. There's a few strategies. You could also use the shield strategy, which is basically the same thing as curse. Curse works a little bit better just because it kills them, or not really kills them, but it hurts them, and then also makes them not be able to use as much damage as possible. As to where if you're using the shield, they still have their original attack, and yeah, you can put a ton of shield on your characters, but if they're still hitting like insanely high, that shield isn't really going to help too much, because you're not going to get off as much damage. So yeah, it just depends. Or maybe have one shield character with 2, or maybe you can I mean, you could put like if you're using a character with the cursed ability, you can put the shield on them, but I don't think that's really going to work as well either, because you would just 100% rather use the cursed ability if you're using it, because it decreases their attack like crazy. Although if you're having trouble actually killing them even with the cursed ability, maybe don't double up on the curse. Like when you're putting on the orbs, you're going to be using cursed orbs, of course, so make sure you have those. If you don't have those, you could use attack or stuff like that, but you could switch out one of the cursed ones if you're still doing pretty fine, and throw attack on there so you can at least do a little bit more damage to end it a little bit quicker. Because the longer you go, yeah, you're gonna have the their attack decrease, but they're still gonna be doing damage to you because you can't decrease their attack to 0, because they're just gonna be higher level than you, because that's why you're having that issue. But you're gonna die sooner or later just sitting there using cursed. But it all depends on how your characters are set up, which characters you have, who you're actually using. Like there's a lot of factors that go into it. Tag as well. But yeah, having that tag that can one-shot stuff is going to be very, very helpful. If you don't have too many characters or too many people on your friends list with high-level tags, since the raid is so long, you can pretty much just do it from day to day and just wait till those reset. So that way you can use them again. But that's pretty much all you're gonna do. I mean, you could spend gold down here to refresh. It's not worth it though, especially since the raid is so long. It's not gonna be worth doing that. Just save your golds and just wait it out till the next day. Plus, maybe you can get your thing up a little bit more, although you should probably be saving. I don't know when they're gonna have another discount. They had one recently, so I don't think you're gonna get one for a little bit of time. Maybe till the anniversary. We have the anniversary coming up soon as well, so we'll see what they do for that. But yeah, we're pretty much just gonna try to get through as many of these fights as possible. We're just using these three. I'm probably just gonna switch it up a little bit because we're just using random characters currently. We don't really have to worry too much. Only level 29. We are leveling these guys up a little bit. I'm just using Zeus because he's pretty fast. We can switch it up and actually use who can we use? We can use Orion. We can use that. I don't know. You can pretty much just use whatever characters you feel like using. And yeah, for me anyway. Once we start getting up into the higher stuff, probably past a certain amount, then we'll start using different characters. But as you can see, Zeus he's not that high of a level, but he destroys. You have Orion as well, which of course has curse damage, and then he's just glass cannon. Like he isn't as good as before, sort of like Zeus. But then Zeus as well, if you throw on the level 6, because they do have a level 6 boost ability. Oh my god, he is insane. And then you could also increase it again. Instead of increasing his speed, you can increase his boost. So it makes him hit even harder. But then his HP is not as high. But honestly, it's throwing on boost all the way. I wonder if I have. I wonder if I can put two level 6 boosts on him. But I think I only have one. I don't remember if I have more than one. I'm pretty sure I only have one, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But yeah, Zeus is an interesting character currently. We'll see what changes, if they ever change the attacks and all that stuff. But yeah, see, he's pretty good. Although these guys are pretty low, but even with the higher level characters, he's still pretty good. And then Orion as well, pretty good character. And then some of the other characters that have speed, and then the tri-attack, and like, I don't know. But yeah, if you guys are having problems with the raid, there's a few options you can do. The cursed one's very, very effective. Just decreasing it, and then if you have the cursed orbs and stuff like just decreasing their attacks helps so much. Although it's a little bit of a grind if you're sitting there attacking like a ton just because you don't have that much HP, but they're not doing that much damage to you. Where's my other character? We got Midas. We haven't used. Oh well, he's really low. Glubber's another one that's actually pretty good as well. Most of these characters you guys should be able to have because they've been giving them away in PvE and stuff like that, or their experiments. Yeah, they're pretty much just giving away a ton of these characters. So, but yeah, you guys should be able to get through raid a little bit slower, just because it's nearly 3 months. Like 3 months is a long time to to get through 200 fights. Because you'll be able to get through a ton of fights in the beginning, and then at a certain point you'll hit a wall if you're a lot lower. But yeah, if your evil's a lot higher, you shouldn't have to worry too much. I don't know how strong the last fight is, but even if the last fight's insanely strong, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We use Zeus. Yeah, I have a ton of characters to level as well. We're still leveling up Maiden. We're at 230 on that. I gotta check the... I don't know if I want to switch our current tag or not. Because I can make it Maiden or I can make it Buffalo. Well, which is what it currently is, but I could change it to Maiden. But I don't know what the last character in the current raid is, like his gen. So I might... I'll check his stats and his gens and all that after this, but if he is better against, or if Buffalo is better, then I might just leave it and start leveling up with different characters, so that way you guys can use Buffalo. If not, then I'll switch it to Maiden. Well, when it gets there, of course. It's almost there, not quite there, but it will get there. And then after that, I don't know what character we want to max out. I have a ton of characters that I can max out after I get Maiden done. It's just a matter of me actually leveling them up though. So we'll see how that works out. 45. Let's see. We're at 33, level 45, and it's got the cursive in it. That's funny. 45, and it is a a silver star. We'll use Zeus. Kind of want to use some of these characters. Let's use. I was gonna use him. I'm trying to use characters, but they're all like low. Like all these guys are. Their speeds are so low. Oh, I forgot. I used to use this character a lot. Like, it was one of my main characters for a while there. Sometimes I just pick random characters to make my main, or to make it characters I use. Like Shell Shock I was using just because no one was using it for a while. Because yeah, there's the main characters everybody uses, but I like switching it up sometimes and just using random characters. Because if everyone's using the same characters, it gets kind of boring. But yeah, I used this for a while. X27, Shell Shock. Yeah, there's a few characters that I use just randomly that weren't actually good at the time. Why is it this? Oh, there we go. Zeus. Yeah, we're pretty much not really leveling these characters because if you notice, the amount of experience is just horrible, which they need to work on. You can actually level up Source. I need to change her thing. I was leveling her up at one point and I never changed it back to just whatever it is. So if you put a 1 in front of it and then sort by name, I think it is, then everyone with a 1 will pop up first, and then you can do it like that to level up characters a lot quicker. But you gotta remember to change them back to whatever name you have them under, which I didn't, of course, as you guys seen. But yeah, I have a ton of characters to level up to 300. We'll be doing PvP after this, but I just wanted to see how far we get. We are 20 minutes in. That's about where I wanted to be. We are getting closer to 40, so I might as well just hit 40. It might take a little bit longer than 20 minutes though, because we're at what, 30? Let's see what we're at, 33 I think it was. Look at that, like we're getting nothing from these. We're at 35. 35. Yeah, 33. Oh yeah, we can do 5 more. It shouldn't be that hard. We'll just use X27 now. Because we're not getting anything anyway. but I thought I might as well use some different stuff, just because. But yeah, we're not like, if we were gaining experience from this and it would be worth actually using different set of characters and stuff like that, then yeah, but it's not really worth it. I will be leveling up a ton of other characters. I am thinking about leveling up Zeus just because some people wanted to see him. Maiden's almost done, Still Garden's almost done, so there's another few characters. Like, we're gonna have at least a few characters maxed out to our max evo, that we can actually set up different stuff with, although I want to get a ton more. And then we're pretty much just waiting on orbs, because orbs are pretty slow currently, unless you actually buy a ton of them, which I did see those level 4 speed ones. I just don't want to spend that much. 1200 for them. That's pretty high price for just a level 4 speed. Although we don't really get them. Why did it go down? That's kind of weird. Yeah, that was weird. I am using the browser if you guys are wondering, but yeah, that was kind of weird. Just kind of like scroll down for no reason. With the raid, like I said, we're probably just gonna get a video out a day for it, I guess, because there's other videos we can get done. And I'm in no rush to actually get to the end. Like, yeah, I can get to the end, get the video for the character, but then we pretty much are done and we don't have anything else for 3 months, because that's how long this raid is. Like, once I get all the stuff done for this event, that's it. There's really nothing. Like, yeah, we'll have the experiment and the other one, but yeah, it kind of sucks that it's pretty long for this event to get to the next one. X27. At least Zeus went up a level, so they're gaining a little bit, not too much. Yeah, we'll get to 40. I think the first 100 we'll try to get through pretty fast. The next 100, I don't know how I'm gonna do that, because I don't know how strong they get as we go up and stuff like that. But we'll find out when we get there. Cause yeah, we did the last raid, but they can change stuff between the raids and stuff like that. Change the levels, the stars. Change the waves. Like, there's a ton of stuff that they can start changing, so we'll see how this raid actually works out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Probably just be getting out a video a day for the Verne's Worlds, unless you guys want it all at once, I guess, which is nice, because we can get to the character, but then we have to wait forever for the next thing. So I think that's the only problem with the raid, because we don't really have that much other stuff to do. Yeah, we have PvP, we have the other events, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, I haven't really been getting the first event done as much lately. I need to start remembering to get that done. Alright, let's see. Yeah, look at that. The experience is so bad in this. Like, we only gotta do it once. Like, they could increase it a little bit. Level 50. And it's a platinum star, by the way. Interesting. Yeah, they could increase this a little bit in terms of pretty much everything. Because, like, you're spending 1,000 gold. Like, yeah, you're probably spending it for the character at the end, but there's no guarantee some of these people are going to get to the end. Plus, you don't get any gold back. Like, you're pretty much just spending 1,000 gold and never seeing that again. And the experience is pretty bad. Same with the credits, they're not really that good. they're so low. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you're spending 1,000 gold and at least increase the experience, because like we should be able to level up a little bit. It's like you're gonna do this fight one time and then never do it again, so you could at least do something. Because like 400, 200, like more like 4,000, 2,000. Like fame, I understand not increasing, because that's for levels, but experience is just for characters. Like if the person's character's already maxed out, it doesn't really matter that much. Credits, like, yeah, you can increase it a little bit, because 2k is really not that much. Because we need, well, at least a lot of people need like millions. But just increasing it like to 10 or 20k, it's really not that much. Attack orb, like a level 3. I understand we're pretty low in the thing, but I don't think anybody ever uses a level 3 unless they don't have anything. And if they don't have anything, they're not going to be doing the raid, because it's 1,000 gold. So like they need to change that out for a higher, like even a level 4 isn't really going to do that much. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but because like if they don't have anything to begin with, there's no way they're gonna have 1,000 gold, so there's no way they're gonna get into this. Even if they had the 1,000, they're probably not gonna spend it on this because they couldn't make it all the way through. So giving us a level 3 doesn't make any sense. Credits need to increase. Fame, they can leave the same, because like it increases levels. Experience definitely needs to go up. Like it has to. Like there's 400. Like if people are gonna be doing raid, it's gonna be everybody that's fame like 50 plus, maybe even 100 plus. Like everyone's fame is gonna be insanely high. Even the lowest level fame coming into this, like they're gonna need a lot more than 400 experience, because the amount of experience one character needs, even at level 50, is quite a bit. So yeah, they could increase that, because we're spending a ton of first off, we spent 1,000 gold, we're spending a ton of passes, and you could increase it a little bit, because it's like 3 months. Imagine over 3 months the amount of credits and other stuff people are going to be farming up and stuff like that. It's like a one-time deal getting through this. So I don't know, that's one thing they could do to help us out in this, is increase the stuff for it. Like the fame, I understand, but everything else needs to like increase, especially the experience. But yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. We're going to be doing the next, I guess, 20. I don't know if we can get it 20 per fight for the next few, up to 100 or something, and then maybe 10 after that. I don't know, I'm just trying to make it last a little bit longer. I could do them all and then just get the character. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. We're just kind of winging it at this point. But yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys could like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow, any all those things help me out a lot. I would appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys later.